do a little live stream, and this one is just above Colonia after Worlds Collide, and I'm heading up as high as I can. I'm planning to get 3,000 light years above Colonia if I can, so I thought I'd do a live stream for you. This one's a bit of a difference though. You can ask me any questions about Elite. Yeah, we'll keep it to Elite, I think. I don't think we'll extend it past that. But yeah, so I'm just sorting myself out for the minute. Sort out the description of the stream that, because right now it seems to default to my system setup, which is a bit boring. So I'll just update the info. And when people join, I'll happily look in the Q&A, in the questions, comments, and I will answer any questions you might have whilst I'm doing that. Just sorting out a description live. And then we're going to try and see how high we can get above Colonia. We'll do that for now. Alrighty then. Hi Jamie. You're 14k northwest of me, are you? Okay, well I'm let's bring it up. This is where I am right now. In the old Milky Way. And I'm trying to get as high as I can above Colonia. Now, I'm not going for a record. My ship is nowhere near optimum. I'm actually carrying some rares, which I'm going to take back to somewhere near the human bubble. I'm actually carrying, yeah, that's some Jack's rares, 27 tons in fact. But it still gives me a fairly decent jump range of a maximum of, well, with a neutron star boost, 267 light years, obviously a lot further than all this cargo. But the reason why I'm going up so high as well is that I want to make a trip back to the human bubble, and obviously the trail from Colonia back to the bubble has been done many times, and everyone takes a direct route. I don't want to take a direct route, so I'm going to go up as high as I can, then I'm going to go across and then down. That way I don't have to keep experiencing everybody else's experiences that they've already experienced. Going to, what does that say, 160 light years? What's going on? Let's fix that. I want to go there. Okay, this game's being a bit weird today, so right, let's see if that fixes it. That's better. 243. So I'm going to get as high as I can, and you can ask me any questions about Elite while I do it. I'm doing this live. I'm going to obviously fly all the way back to the bubble as well live, because that'd be a bit boring. But I thought I'd do a stream before. Give anyone watching an opportunity to ask questions. You can do that in the live chat. Keep an eye on the live chat for you. So, if there's anything you want to know, feel free to ask. If I do find anything interesting along the way, whether it be a photo opportunity or something interesting, clients, then just talk for a few different the system up, see what's going on. See if there's anything interesting. Ooh, I can see some water worlds already. Let's have a look. 2 water worlds. That's probably worth going to scan. Ooh,
Fuel scooping complete.
It's a bit of a distance though. Oh, do I really want to fly that far? Vote now. Alright, someone said they can't hear my vocals. Hopefully that's a little bit better now. Thanks for the feedback. It's always handy. Let me know if that sounds better. Do I want to go and scan these water worlds? That's the question. Do you know what? I think I will. Whilst I sort out my vocals. So let's go and do that. So they will be Oh my word. Okay, it's not quite hit an orbital. Much better. Thanks, Jamie. Thanks for the feedback. This is going to be a very interesting trip. 265 light seconds is going to be about 20 minutes. But in the meantime, of course, if there is anything you want to ask me, feel free. If you're wondering who on earth I am, I did a guide to a galaxy a long time ago, and I'm just getting back into Elite now. I had a bit of a break due to not having an internet connection for, but I've got all sorted again now, and so I thought I'd start doing some more content. I'm going back to the human bubble because I want to do some more tutorials. My tutorials are getting a bit old. I think I did the ultimate ASP Explorer quite some time ago, and that was way before engineering, so I intend to go back and do some upgraded and more recent tutorials to cope with the new content such as engineers. Now, one thing that will be interesting as I fly out in this direction is that the galaxy will get brighter, so it's a great opportunity to take some good screenshots. As soon as you get away from the light pollution of the main star, the galaxy does get a lot brighter. So whilst we're out here, I suppose we can look outside and see what we're up to. So yeah, let's get rid of the text. So there we go. This is me and the Anaconda. It's called Dora the Explorer. And just on a little trip out. In fact, I've just remembered that you see the galaxy's getting a bit brighter now. We're still not that high. Oh, we're fairly high. I think we're about 1,500 light years above Colonia, maybe a bit more. So the galaxy does start to look a little bit more interesting up here, and you can get some really good screenshots when you get high above the Milky Way. And here we are, into a very distant star. So I'll just give you a quick look around. As you can see at the moment, above me, okay, there's not millions of stars, there are still quite a few, as opposed to if you look below, there are quite literally billions. And what we're going to try and do is get as high as we can, so you get a nice clear sky, and then hopefully find an interesting system where we can take some nice screenshots. And that's what we're about. Let's get back in the ship anyway. And I'm in two minds whether or not I want to go and scan these water worlds. Jamie. I hope you'll find some interesting over that way as well, Jamie. I'm going to go and check out these water worlds. I'm going to scan them because they're water worlds. That's 2 water worlds. They're probably worth somewhere in the region in total of about 1.5 million for both. I don't do trading or anything else. I can stick my name on them, so why not? We'll do that, but I'm still in two minds if I want to go all that way. I need to get up into the higher up into the galaxy. We're heading up all the way up to here, and then from there we've got a neutron star, which looks like a really interesting system. Got some white dwarfs. In fact, you've got 3 white dwarfs, neutron star, and a normal star, so I can refuel there as well. Also get a neutron star jump, which hopefully will enable me to boost all the way up to 3,000 light years above Colonia, and that's what I'm trying to do. Like I say, my ship's not optimised for a massive jump due to the fact that I'm carrying 20 odd tons worth of rares, but I just wanted to give it a go. And the other reason for that, of course, is that it means when I head back to the human bubble, which is all the way over there, I'll be coming down slowly and not following the same trodden path that everybody else does when they go to Colonia and back. And so hopefully won't have to follow the same footsteps as everyone else, and hopefully find some interesting systems on the way back. And that's what we're doing. How are we doing? Oh, it's only 8 minutes now. It doesn't look so bad, does it? 8 minutes. 8 minutes of live streaming time. Heading towards some water worlds. For the mug, as they say. For the mug. So we've got 3 people watching at the moment. Not bad for a small channel that hasn't announced anything. Only 6 minutes to go before we reach these water worlds. I'll give you some tips whilst I'm doing that. I don't know if you know, but the noise that or the sound effects that you get when you hover your pointer over a particular planet will indicate what it is. And these, if you hover it over long enough, you'll hear the sound of running water. Like that. And obviously the same for that one. That indicates that that's a water world. And Earth-like worlds, if I find one, you'll identify that very quickly. That's a high metal planet with an atmosphere. The Earth-likes will have the sound of a bird chirping and look more like a Earth-like planet as well. And Jamie's off looking for new Guardian sites. Well, excellent. Good luck with that. I hope you find some. Get a first on those. I'm not really being too close to the Guardian stuff at the moment. I've been busy trying to optimise my ship jump range. Want to get to some interesting places that no one's been before. So that's what I'm all about. And I'm just going to go and put my name on these 2 water worlds. And then carry on back down towards the human bubble. And also, of course, get as high as I can above Colonia. See if I can get some nice screenshots. That's interesting. Wow. Being a bit buggy today. What is that there? Why is it highlighting that? Okay, so it's a neutron star. Bizarre. This mapping's going a bit mental. Anyway, we're going all the way up as high as we can, and like I said, I'm going to try and get 3,000 light years above Colonia and should get some nice views. And that's what we're up to. And like I say, it is a live Q&A, so if you want to get on the live chat and ask me a question, feel free. In the meantime, I will carry on to these water worlds. Don't worry folks, this one I am actually talking and live, so if you do want to ask me any questions, you're more than welcome to. I still find it interesting that people stumble across Elite videos and say, what game is this? Well, it's Elite Dangerous. That's the game. And infamous 1984 classic game. been realised in the 2015 when it first came out. No, 2014. It's nearly 3 years old now, and still not finished by a long way. Only a minute to go, nearly. Sorry, this one's not quite so interesting. I just decided that it's worthwhile going to tag these two planets because they're water worlds and probably worth somewhere around about 1.8 million, both of them combined. About 600,000 credits per one. If they're terraformable, it's always good. And then of course you get your first finders, because they've not been tagged, you get is it a 50% bonus as well? So you actually no, they're probably worth about 2 million, thinking about it. So it is worth a little trip. Not great for a live stream, I know, but you can ask me questions while we make our way. We'll be there very soon. As the time indicates, 1 minute and 10 seconds. That's what we're about. The other thing that I wanted to do as well is, because I'm going to get so high above Colonia, you will see that there are some nice views to be had, and therefore you can get some really nice screenshots, because the area is so clear, there's hardly any stars, which makes for some really nice clean screenshots when you find some interesting planets or sites. Jamie, yes, I am a Kickstarter backer. I got in with a £200 worth of investment in the game, and I have to say that I've absolutely already earned and enjoyed more than £200 worth of content since I did that. I mean, I've had lots of games in my time, but I don't think I've had as much quality time as I have with this game. I'm also an avid first-person shooter as well, Call of Duty, love that. But of course, I think throughout the Call of Duty series, I've probably spent way above £200 worth on the Call of Duty series. So I really think I'm getting my money's worth with Elite. And as you know, it's not even finished yet, not by a long way. Right, let's mark these planets up for scanning, and then we'll make our way up as high as we can above Colonia, and hopefully get some good screenshots too. And if you jump on the live chat, you can ask me any questions, such as Jamie's doing. Thanks for watching, Jamie, appreciate it, and asking me questions, always good. Yeah, it's a great game, Jamie. I'm not really into the shoot-up side of the game. I'm more into the exploring, and I am excited to see that the next version 3, is going to concentrate on enhancing all of the things that us explorers want to go and explore, and give the old pew pew a rest, because I think there's plenty of pew pew in Elite Dangerous already, and give some exploring some loving, and mining. I do enjoy mining as well, actually. I just want to get some credits to get a ship. Hi Spider, I salute you too. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just doing a live stream, getting as high above Colonia as I can, and hopefully I can find some interesting sites. I'm going to give out some tips and hints about what you can do while you're out here. And in the moment I'm just scanning and tagging a couple of water worlds, which will pay for the destruction of my ship when I was filming the When Worlds Collide So I need to get at least 9 million back on my rebuy, as I got flattened by a planet that was approaching. All in the name of science, of course. Right, that's me water world scanned. That'll do. Let's continue on our journey. And what I'll try and do as well, I'll give you some tips on exploring and things to look out for as well, that'll help you get those really good screenshots. There are some telltale signs to look out for in systems that will enable you to get some really cool screenshots. And also what to look out for. It's extremely rare, but I do have a system tagged whereby the gas giant rings go through an orbiting moon, which means you can get on the moon and watch the planetary rings intersect with the moon and end up with something called rock rain. That's what I call it anyway. But you can actually see the planetary rings and the whatever you want to call them, the rocks, the asteroids, basically the contents of the ring pouring through the planet, and you can actually drive and fly through those. And I'll give you some tips on how to find those. I'm just going to do a frame shift drive, a frame shift boost, shall I say, from the, they call it a jet cone boost or something similar. I probably will need to repair my frame shift drive soon because I've done quite a few neutron jumps so far, and it would make sense to give it a repair in a minute. There's nothing of interest here that I want to see, so I don't know why I'm saying that. I'll do now. Let's wait. And obviously always look to see where you're jumping next. It says the next star is going to be another neutron star, so that means throttle off. Because we don't want to sustain lots of damage doing our neutron star jumps. So I'll just back off the throttle now whilst I'm in mid-jump. Better known as witch space, where the Thargoids lurk. Probably leak as well, actually. That's interesting. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, busy system. Anything of interest though? Ooh, what's that? That's not water, is it? Nice big planet though. So, some things to look out for, and I'll probably repeat this a few times because it'll probably get missed. But if you find any moon around a gas giant that has an orbital period of 0.8 days, then or less, I think there is a limit been set of 0.8 days, but anyway, 0.8 days, there's a good chance that moon could be flying through the oh, someone's already been here. Could be flying through the planetary or gas giant rings, which makes for some interesting screenshots on that moon. Just doing another jet cone boost here, and of course if you do have any questions, that's so annoying when I go too fast through the jet cone and have to do it all again. Hi Jamie, have you noticed that inn? And I'll wait for the rest of your question in a minute, or comment. So I don't know how many of you people watching right now have Elite. Let's go. Get some frames stuttered there for some reason, don't know why. There we go, in which space there are now very solid seeming stars flowing by. Seems new, and they are almost able to be scanned. Well, I don't know about scanning them, but yes, they certainly have introduced they certainly have introduced a different animation sequence to the jump, which you will see when I do my next jump. I'm just scanning a few of these gas giants so that I can earn enough to pay back my rebuy after my ship got destroyed doing the distant world, sorry, not distant worlds, Worlds Collide experiments. Yes, and that did mean that my ship got destroyed. I got hit by a planet, quite literally. I'm not going to scan anymore. Let's move on to the next system, which is going to be a F-star. Now F-stars can be quite good for things like Earth-like, you never know. See what we get. But in this jump sequence you will see there's more stars like that one. 2 stars there on the right, one up there on the left, one down there on the right, another one over there. Those are new, they didn't used to do that. That sequence wasn't normally there. I'm guessing it's going to be something to do with Thargoids and pulling you out of witch base. So we'll see what happens there. I actually need to collect a bit more fuel. I'm getting some stutter, don't know why. I don't like it when I get stutter. So what we got here, nothing worth really going to scan. I could stand the main star, tag the main star, but to be honest, I've got quite a few in the bag already, so let's just keep going. Yeah, as Jamie says, if you're looking for hints, Class 2 gas giants do pay out better. And if you go on the forums, you'll see that in the explanation forum there is a very good guide that shows you the values of all of the objects. So that's always worth a look. And the most profitable of all objects that you could scan are terraformable water worlds. That's right, they're more valuable. Oh, we've got some water worlds, we'll have those. Well, there's definitely one there. That one's probably just a high metal. Actually, I'm not convinced that's a water world either. But yeah, Earth-likes aren't the most valuable, believe it or not. They're the rarest, yes, but in terms of the most money, if that's what you're after in the game, it's water worlds that are terraformable. They pay out the biggest. I don't really see anything of value worth here that's scanning, to be honest. And I have mentioned, and I will mention again, some tips about identifying what a planet is even before you go up and scanning. In the system map, the sound when you put your pointer over the particular object will give you a good clue as to what sort of planet it is. So we'll carry on our little journey. How many jumps have we got? 2 jumps till I get to my neutron star, which will give me my choice about where I go next to get 3,000 light years above Colonia. Onwards and upwards. For those that have just joined, I'm not trying to break any records. I'm actually hauling cargo, believe it or not. I'm hauling Jack's Quintanian steel, which is used to make some very potent alcohol. So obviously I'm going to carry that back to the bubble. Is it 27 tons of that? Yeah. All which help pay for my rebuy of my ship that exploded when it got flapped by a planet or a moon. can scan those gas giants from where I am. I don't even need to move, I can just select them. I've got an engineered scanner which has a distance enhancement to it, which means that I don't really have to go anywhere. What I will do is I'll just grab a bit of fuel. That'll just fill me up while I scan these planets. Yeah, so I've got an enhanced scanner, it doubles the range nearly, which means gas giants are dead easy to scan without having to go too far, if at all, really. Now, I said I'll give out some tips. If you're looking for maximum range, the engineered mod, which gives you the enhanced range on the scanner, has reduced my maximum range of my ship by about nearly half a light year, because it makes it heavier, which is a pain. So I'm not really worried about going for records at the moment. I will engineer a ship specifically for records, but right now it's more about getting where I want to be. Obviously I've got an SRV, so I can go and gather materials, which is essential if you are trying to break some distance records, because you'll need to go and land on some planets, gather the most important thing that you'll need for those long jumps, which is the old jumponium. You can't always rely on a neutron star, which is where I'm headed right now. I'm heading to a neutron star, which is fairly high above Colonia, and it will hopefully give me some options about which route I take to try and get 3,000 light years above Colonia. And yeah, do feel free to ask me any questions. Live chat is open. I kind of thought, well, if I'm going to sit here doing my thing, I could always broadcast it live as well. Whoa! Damn! I wasn't expecting that! Okay, this is what happens when you... I'm really glad I throttled off. Wow. Okay. Let's just not move a millimetre right now. Because this is quite dangerous, actually. I think I've come across a... Whoa! I've come across a neutron star and what looks to be a white dwarf, and they're binary. And I really don't want to edge very far at all right now, because this is tricky. Let's look at the system map. Oh my. Okay, someone's been here before. Clubfoot. Wow, congratulations. Whoa, this is an interesting system. Wow. I hope these are all close together. This could look quite stunning. Let's have a look outside, I think. Why not? Whoa. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Stupid ship. Oh, I really have to fix out my key bindings. It starts accelerating towards the ship. Right. Okay. Let's point away from the nasty, horrible binary, blow your ship up. I'll melt it, potentially. Oh my, this is a nice system. Why does my ship accelerate when I do the outside view? It's most annoying. Do not do that. Right, okay. Resolve that little issue. Alright, let's have a look outside. Wow. That's pretty darn cool. So what you have here is above you've got a white dwarf, and then a very fast spinning neutron star. And these jet cones that you see are what you can use to do a frame shift drive boost from, but they're also dangerous. If you get stuck in those, you could come unstuck. Now there should be, oh, over there I believe, there we go. There's the other two stars, and I think one's probably a neutron and another one's a white dwarf. Wow. So that was a nice surprise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a frame shift drive boost off that neutron star behind me as I've turned around because I got a bit scared. This is Dora the Explorer, Deep Space Dora. And we're sat right next to some very potent stars right now. Let's get back in the cockpit, charge up my frame shift drive, and scan them up. Okay. Now then, which cone are we going to take? Let's take this one. Just get the drive charged cautiously. It's not often you get a sight like that when you come out of hyperspace. Certainly makes you glad that you came off the throttle. For those that are photosensitive, you might want to look away from the screen right now. Oh, what's going on?
Drive operating.
Wow.
Not safety limits. Frame shift drive supercharged.
You want to get out of that. Ooh. Don't look into the light. Yeah, let's not explode live. Yes, I know. Let me away. Okay, we're out. We're okay. It does remind me, I do need to repair my frame shift drive. I've done a lot of boosts really. I should fire off my auto-fill maintenance, like so. Yes, when the frame shift drive gets below 80%, it starts to fail. And you really don't want that going on. So I'm just going to repair it. Of course, I should have come out of Super Cruise before I did that. Ah, don't you love it? Right, anyway, let's get that repaired. Oh, no, don't want active. Repair. There we go. So that will repair my frame shift drive. It will repair it quicker if I switch both of them on. And then we'll scan those 2 stars. And then we'll carry on our merry way. But that was a nice, pleasant surprise coming out of hyperspace to see those 2 stars right in your face. Let's not just sit there watching that. If anyone's wondering what on earth I'm talking about, we came out of hyperspace and faced those 2 stars there, the blue ones.
Module repaired.
And that sounds like my FSD is now repaired. Should we just do some other repairs while we're here? Let's just do that quickly.
Module repaired. Shields offline.
That's your cargo hatch. Really interested in that. Oh, everything else is alright. That will be alright for now. Let's just make sure they're back online. Back online. Put the shield back online. Frame shift drive back online. Thrusters back online. Those go off. There we go. Right, we're all good. Now then, let's just scan those other 2. Oh, really? What's that one? I'm not going to go all the way 20,000 miles. Oh, maybe I could. Nah, can't be bothered. We've got one more jump to do, I believe. Oh no, that is the star I was heading for, actually. We've made it. Alright, that explains the chaos. The shield's nearly back up. Okay, so where do we go from here then? Because I did want to get 3,000 light years above. We'll go over here. It's an interesting system. So, is that a neutron star there? Yeah, it is. Which obviously gives us more options. Seriously, don't even need to plot a route, it's a straight jump. But that'll give us some more options. We'll go over here, that's another neutron star. Okay, they're all neutron stars basically. But we do want to get 3,000. Will we do it? Let's see where this one leads us anyway. I've got plenty of fuel right now.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, Jamie, if I'll go to a normal system in a minute. I'm just looking for some neutron star jumps at the moment. But if I go to a normal system now with some decent planets and gas giants, you're going to get some fantastic views. Which is part of my aim of coming up here as well. A bit of sightseeing. Okay, what we got up here? Clubfoot's been up here as well. We didn't want to scan that gas giant then. Now then, what's the orbital period of that moon? 11 days. Okay, is that a water world? Oh, it's a big gas giant. Yeah, as I was mentioning before, if you've only just tuned in, some good sights is any moon around a gas giant with rings that has an orbital period of 0.8 days. I highly recommend you go and take a look, because it may well be actually flying through the rings of the gas giant, which could make for some pretty cool action on the moon. And I call it rock rain. I'm not sure if I put a video out on it actually. I did record an instant.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Oh, that's frustrating when that happens. Slightly overcautious on the old jet cone. Get a full charge. This is a bit of a pain.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Fantastic. Whilst we're doing that, let's just let's scan that gas giant, stick our name on this system. Why not? Because I want to explore the galaxy map, so I might as well scan a gas giant while I have a look and see what's what. And that should start scanning around 2,000 light seconds, as I have a extended scanner. But Jamie Volks, yep, I definitely recommend you get up high above the galaxy on the galactic plane and get some sightseeing done, especially near some nebula. In fact, I could on this live stream show you a secret nebula that I know of, which is the highest nebula in the galaxy, and it's definitely worth a look. You can get some stunning screenshots with it. So while that's scanning that, I can actually show you it. I don't mind showing you these things. Right, now you can see Beagle Point out there. Yes, I've been there. But the highest nebula in the galaxy is certainly worth a look. No, don't go to Beagle Point. Okay, go to Beagle Point. Go back out. Right. Now these nebula don't always show up on the galaxy map, but I can tell you that they are here. Watch this. Maybe not. Where is it? Oh, is that one up there, is it? No, maybe it's not then. Where are they? I know they're around here somewhere. Oh, it might be that one. Aha! There we go. Right. So I'm pretty confident, yeah. So this is the highest nebula in the galaxy right here. So I'll leave that on screen for a minute so you can make a note. So if you're watching this live stream now, you've just discovered the highest nebula in the galaxy, and you can get some awesome screenshots from up here. It looks fantastic, and I highly recommend you come up here and get in a system, not inside the nebula, just outside, so that you can maybe look at it from a moon or something. Look, there's still some there that I've not been to. I may take a trip back here on the PlayStation. But yeah, highly recommend you come here and take some screenshots from a planet or from the a ring of a gas giant or something, and look down upon the rest of the galaxy from here. It looks fantastic. So highly recommend that you do that. Right, in the meantime, what was I going to do? That's right, I was going to see where I can go from here to get... Now look at this, that's interesting. Not many options. I think we might be going this way. What's over here? Ooh, is that another... If that's a neutron star, I'm very interested. Yes, it is. That gives me another jump option. So let's go there. And I can also refuel. Really handy. So if you are trying to do some records, if you've got a refuel star, hence the K, as I call Fog Kabam, all of those stars you can fuel off. So not only can I get a star jump from the neutron star, I can also refuel as well. There's a chance that star might be really far away, but it's still worth it. So we're definitely going there next. Let's go.
Frameshift drive charging.
That's another neutron star, so I will throttle off when I get there. But if you start to look now, look down at that galaxy below us. It only gets better, folks. Only gets better. We're talking proper screenshot quality. So I'm hoping from this neutron star I will be able to locate a system 3,000 light years above Colonia. Which will give me some nice views. Let's see what we see. Okay, so the only other thing in the system is that other star. How far away is it? Ooh, it's quite a way away. I don't know why I'm getting stutter at the moment. Okay. Right, let's go. Actually, no, let's get our frame shift boost done first. So let's scan that. I did, yeah. I don't know why I'm getting stutter at the moment. It's a bit annoying. Hi David Kennedy. Yeah, you're going to see some really good views in a minute. I'm experiencing a bit of frame stutter at the moment. I have no idea why.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Which is It's making flying a little bit interesting at the moment. I don't know again, frame stutter. My rig is more than capable of handling Elite and a live stream. It could be down to the storm that's going on outside, of course. Who knows? Now at the moment I'm right next to a neutron star, which means I'm going to get lots of light pollution. So you won't actually see how bright the galaxy is. But I'm going to get some fuel off of this neutron star, and then I'm going to show you how beautiful. Oh, come on. That's a bit annoying. Yeah, but even still, that I'm this close to a neutron star, and you can still see the effect. Yes, and David, if you would have been here a little bit earlier, you'd have seen me come out of warp in front of a white dwarf and a neutron star behind me. Yeah, that was definitely a sight, and one that you really are glad you had your throttle off. Right, let's see where we can go from here. Let's hope there is a star option above us. Not looking like that so far. How high are we? 2843. There must be another star above us. Come on. Really? I find that hard to believe. Let's try and find an interesting system from here anyway. I really don't believe that's it. It's like a hard stop, isn't it? That's crazy. I'm not seeing anything above. Surely not. Alright, let's find a nearby interesting system then. So I can show you the effect. Let's take the highest one out of those two. That one. We'll go there next. Okay. But now we're getting some distance away. It's probably worthwhile showing you what it looks like outside. There's the galaxy, known as the Milky Way. Now what we need to do now is find a really nice system, get in a planet, and you'll be amazed how bright it is, the galaxy down there. That's the core. So let's do that. Let's do this jump. Let's not sit around here. Yeah, these white dwarfs, black holes, neutron stars, they all can be a scary experience the first time you come across them, and obviously a dangerous one. And with the addition of the cones that come from the white dwarfs and the neutron stars, you can actually end up dying. You get trapped in there and your ship overheats, and that's the end of that, so you have to be careful. So let's see what we've got out here. Just bear with me one moment. So I'm going to drag up some fuel from this star, tag the 2 gas giants,
Fuel scooping.
and see where we can get from there. Probably want to now go for a standard looking star system. We got there. When I say standard, I mean a yellow star, not a bright one.
Fuel scooping
So you can
complete.
see how bright the galaxy is. What's that? It's a bright star, but that might be interesting. It's an F-class star, which means there's a chance of there being an Earth-like. So maybe we should go to that one. We'll try that one out. Let's do it. I've tagged it. I'm not going to bother the other one. Let's just go to the next star.
Frameshift drive charging.
It's another neutron star, but it will get us to our F-class star, which you never know. An Earth light right now would be quite nice up this high. Get the throttle off. Actually the booster gets to the system that I'm enjoying to do. It's 95 light years away. And my drive is, well, I'll show you. 66.86 light years is my best, but I'm currently hauling cargo, believe it or not, all the way up here, which I'm going to take back to the bubble. Anyway, let's do a...
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
I'm not doing too well today on the code management. Just another start. Yes, Class F Nebula means there's a good chance of an Earth-like. I mean, every star has its chances, but there is a good chance. Right, let's point away from the big neutron star. Well, nasty neutron star. Technically they're not big, but extremely heavy, of course, and dense. But let's not do that now. Let's do all that science. Right, let's get to our F-class star and see what we find. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly away from the star and show you how bright the galaxy looks. And let's hope we get an interesting system with plenty of different planet types and at least one landable. That would be cool. Oh, and it's not a good one, is it really? Got one planet. 6,000 light seconds away. And it's an icy ball. Well, that's a bit disappointing, isn't it? But what I'm going to do, as I do need to visit the lower deck to relieve myself, I'm going to just leave it here and fly away from the star. And whilst I do that, I'm going to let you experience how much brighter it gets the further away I get from that star. So there's the galaxy. Okay, I'm not actually moving at the moment. So the galactic core, there's the star I've just left. Let's get that off. There's the galactic core, and as you can see it looks quite dull at the moment, doesn't it? Okay. Well, let's just stop zooming out there. And you watch that get brighter while I go and visit the lower deck. Well, I think you'll agree that's got a little bit brighter. So we're still on the way to this planet. What I'll do is I will go there and just take a screenshot. It's not been explored, and it's not been tagged either, so we'll stick our name on it. We should get a nice icy glow off the planet's surface anyway. So it's a screenshot opportunity. Not a brilliant one, but we will certainly get a good screenshot from it. We position ourselves. And what I also like to do as well, whilst I'm exploring, is turn off these orbit lights. Don't need to see them. There we go, as I suspected, it's an icy body. Move around it, getting close, and you'll see it can look quite beautiful being up here, especially as the galaxy below comes into view. This is where you can get some nice screenshots. star. Don't want to see the outline around it. Always worth getting in close, and then you can get some beautiful scenes like this. And I can't wait to be able to land on planets like this. Lovely. That glow off the galaxy. Now if you look on my scanner you can see where the star is, and I can maneuver myself using the scanner to get the star directly behind me. And the reason why I want to do that is because it means that I can get the glow through the atmosphere of this ice giant, which it pretty much is. It's a big ice planet basically. And then as I swing that round, now you will see that we can get some nice little views. That glare off the planet's surface, and that's from that star. Of course, when you're in this sort of view, you can then take your outside camera, switch off the HUD, zoom out, and then start thinking about your screenshots. And it can look quite stunning. If I swing away this way, look how bright that galaxy looks because we're so high up. You can get some truly amazing screenshots. And make some good wallpaper. Now what I ideally want to find though is a gas giant with a ring somewhere high up like this to get those money shots, you could say. But even still, that is quite beautiful, in my opinion. But there are some much better views to be had as we fly our explorer ship, Deep Space Dora. Nearly 3,000 light years above Colonia. Does my face look surprised or amazed? Probably not. No, he looks pretty chilled. But there we go. Right. Let's find another system. Hi SB Cartel, how you doing? I salute you too. Yes, a Corvette probably wouldn't get as far as where I am right now. But like I said, I am hauling cargo as well. So let's try and find ourselves an interesting system now. Really want a neutron star. Ooh, that has potential. G-class star normally has a good mix of planets. Let's see if we can get a good view from there. Let's go!
Frameshift drive charging.
Nebula, I love that ship name. Or the Aspalora. Nice. Like that name. I'm guessing it's an asp. Please tell me it's an asp. That sounds great. Are we in luck? We've got a few planets That's always good. Now, Roxas has been here, but did he check out this moon? Oh, it's 3.7 days. That's 1.3 days. If you just joined, if you can find a moon orbiting a gas giant with an orbital period of 0.8 days, definitely go and have a look. Okay? Because you could be in for a treat, because that moon could well be sat very close, if not in, the ring system around the gas giant. And yes, you guessed it, you can get some pretty damn cool screenshots from that. But while we're here, let's just nip out to this gas giant, and hopefully I can give you an example of the sort of screenshot you can get. Sweet bit of fuel. Should take all my huge fuel seeds. Cartel of Ammonia, Cartel Martinite. I've just been to Colonia because I went to Worlds Collide. If you see my other stream, I did the Worlds Collide where my ship did die in the name of science. I got sideswiped by a planet, so you can see that happen. But yeah, that's what I came out here for. I went to Colonia to sell my scan data. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to haul back these rare goods, 27 tons, which is hampering my jump range a little bit, but I've still got 60 light years, even with all that cargo. Sell the cargo, do a bit more engineering, make it as jump worthy as possible, and then it's back out into the black. I'm not really getting into the Thargoid stuff at the moment. I've not even fitted a Thargoid weapon yet. In fact, I've not even shot at a Thargoid. It's a bit frustrating for me that the only interaction that we have is to shoot at them still. Now, the reason I'm coming out to this gas giant is I just wanted to show you some of the views you can get, screenshot potential. It's not a perfect system by any means, but it'll do to give you an example of the sort of things that you can get in terms of screenshots from being this high above the galactic plane. Just sweep round. And what we'll do is we'll just dip down into the ring for a minute, just to show you the sort of views that you can get. Could be quite interesting. Try and get quite close to the planet as well, and you should be able to find yourself and get some decent views. So there we've got the star over on the left that will peek through, and I'm just going to bring it around a little bit to get more of the galactic core on the right. Play it around about there, I think. Just dip down into the ring to show the sort of things you can do with screenshots from here. I mean, what you can do as well, which always looks quite nice, if you're doing video, you get this close and skim above the ring. Let's just get us about level there. Try not to rise up too much, like that. And then get your outside view. And I think you'll agree that can look pretty well stunning too, as we zip across the surface there. But the galactic core never looks so bright as it does up here. And then with that star shining through the ring can look really cool. So let's just do that now and dip down into the ring anyway. on integrity. Yeah, with a decent jump range, you can certainly get to places like this quite quickly, using the neutron star boost. You're surprised how quickly you can get places.
Flight assist off. Flight assist on.
So there we go. Let's park it up there now. That's the star there, I believe, just peeking out behind that little asteroid. Now that you can get some pretty damn cool views. We just park it here and take a look outside. Switch that off. I think you'll agree. While you're out here, there's a lot of screenshot potential going on. That galactic core is almost as bright as a star. And the shadows from the star in front as well. There's great potential for some lovely screenshots. Ideally, what you really want as well is a nebula. And I don't know if you missed it before, but there is a place I know where you can get all of the things required for the best screenshot ever, and that is the highest nebula in the galaxy. But you can't always see it on the galactic map. But as you can see, yeah, I highly recommend that you get out here and experience some of these really high up views. Okay, so I'm not going to tease you. I will show you the nebula. In fact, I could probably fly there very quickly from where I am now, but let's go to the galaxy map. The highest nebula in the Milky Way is here. And it only appears when you're close to it. But it does make for some fantastic screenshots. And like I say, I recommend that you find a star, a dim star with some decent content. That's probably a neutron star. It's an F-class star, so that's alright. There's lots of interesting stars around here anyway. I've already been to that one by the looks of it. Let's have a look. Oh, ha, bloody nutter. Oh, that was a lucrative one. No gas giant though. And what, you know, if you want some really good screenshots, you want a gas giant with rings. Oh look, there's still some unexplored. Look, so you can come out and tag this system. I don't always tag everything in the system. I like to leave some planets available for other people to tag as well. But anyway, go there. It's the highest nebula in the galaxy. And screenshot awesome. So yeah, I mean, you mentioned in there as well, Cartel, and David Kennedy, the planetary changes that Elite are planning on doing Frontier. They look awesome, and that is certainly going to make landing on the planet a whole lot more worthwhile. Right then, let's see what we've got around here. M1. So M1, that's M0 would be the brightest of that class. M1 is the next down, all the way down to M9. The V is the size, and V is V for 5. 5 is average. If you can find a M11, that would be a supergiant, and they can be nice to look at. So, right, let's find something interesting from here, and I think I'm going to head back to the bubble. A boring neutron star isn't what I'm looking for. Oh, that looked like a big star. Oh, V. V for not very big. Let's see if I can find something nice to go and look at whilst we're live streaming. These binary B-class stars can be quite nice if you get something busy. Oh, that's got potential. Let's go there. Let's go there.
Frameshift drive charging.
Always checking where I'm going next. Oh, we're going to jump right from the ring. Oh yeah, let's do it. So I'm off to a neutron star, so let's start. What's that? Adopt a rock agency? What's all that about? I'm gonna have to explain that one. Objects. Nothing really of interest. Okay, let's carry on our little journey. Come on, Mr. Cartel, what's this Adopt a Rock thing? System brings us hopefully something good. What's that? We scan planets that are in systems by themselves and too far to scan. What's that mean? Whoa! A nice binary. It's a boring binary though. Oh, boring. Been here. Let's take a look outside the window and see what we've got. Quite close together.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
The star. Oh, they're all quite in close proximity. So we'll just scan them up. Take a look outside. Three stars all very close together. Very nice. My ship's getting a bit more wobbly. Right. not really making any sense, Cartel. Why would you want someone out to scan a planet that you can see? Let's see if we can find a decent system. In fact, I suppose I should think about heading back. Oh, what about black hole? Oh, O-class, they can be interesting. Let's go there. And then what I think I might do is look for a black hole, give you a black hole treat. There'll be a black hole not too far away from here, no doubt. And then I'm going to head back towards the bubble.
Frameshift drive charging.
If you are watching this, you just join. If you want to ask me a question about Elite, which is the game that I'm playing right now, Elite Dangerous, then feel free to ask. It's a neutron star, and you always make sure you take the throttle off. So you don't want to slam up one of those, really. That's a neutron star. No one's been to it before apart from me as well. Well, someone might have been here, but they didn't bother scanning it. Right. Let's go and look at this O-class star anyway, so I just need to charge my drive from the neutron star jet cone, which will give me a big extension of jump range. I'm sure that I actually need it, but I'll do it anyway. O-class stars, I like these stars because they can give you some really weird and wonderful systems, which can sometimes be full of loads and loads of tiny low-class stars like T, and you can get some pretty amazing stuff going on if you get lucky. As you can see, they're very bright. And here we go, as I suspected. Lots of stars. Look at that. Stars orbiting stars orbiting stars. No landables. But as you can see, you can get some quite interesting systems that are worth looking around. I'll just scan the main star. I'm not going to scan any of this other stuff. I can't see anything really worth going in and having a look at. So let's get a bit of fuel from this star and pick out a few O-class stars on the way back to Colonia, I think.
Fuel scooping complete.
So I'm heading back that way. And see, now that I've actually been into the system, it now, and as I said, T-class stars are plenty. So let's find some more interesting. In fact, I can filter it, of course. Star class. Do. That way I can well, actually I did promise I'd show you a black hole, didn't I? Let's do realistic in a minute. I'll show you a good way of finding black holes when you're this high up. Because we're so high up, the galaxy is really bright, as you can see. I'm just going to take a quick drink a minute. Now with it being so bright, what you can do is if you get your view perspective and zoom out a little bit. Oh, look at that. Straight away, black hole. And they stand out because of course they're black against the really bright galaxy. And then we can just scroll around and look for a black hole. I don't know how dense the black holes are up here, but I'd like to try and find one on the way to where I'm going now, which is this direction. So I just swing it around and then play around and look for a black hole. Oh, I thought I just saw one then. Should have went with the one that I just saw, shouldn't I, really? But black hole systems are great for jumping into. It's definitely a bit of a shock the first time that you jump into a black hole system. Let's make a concerted effort to find your black hole now. Right. I guess you can see what I'm doing here to try and find one for you. They do stand out quite well when you are looking in a realistic mode. Oh, let's find a black hole. Dagnammit, I should have went for the one I saw. Obviously there's not lots of black holes around here. They're really common. Oh, there's a black hole there. Can you see that? Right there. That's a black hole. Should we go for that one? Let's go for that one. Right. Okay. Thank Cartel for the comment on the stream. David Kennedy says, what's the difference between a white dwarf and a neutron star? Right, okay, well, a white dwarf is a... Are we talking in science or in game? In game, the white dwarf doesn't give you such a big frameshift drive boost as a neutron star. But a neutron star is a collapsed star, which is just clapped in on itself, and they tend to be very small, not as bright, not as radiant. Whereas a neutron star, they kind of spin really fast and are a lot more dangerous in reality, and a lot smaller in terms of circumference, not in weight and mass, of course. So yes, gravitational lensing will look great from this, and that's why I'm now going to head towards this black hole. And what I'll do as well is I will dive into the black hole so that you can actually see gravitational lensing at its best. Oh, I do believe that's worth scanning. That right there is known as an ammonia world, and I'm definitely going to go and scan that. Oh, thanks for the heads up on the audio. I'll fix that. Hopefully that's better for you. But I'm going to go and scan that because that's an ammonia world. Quite rare to have that. That should make a good screenshot as well. But before I run off and scan it, always remember to charge your drive first. Otherwise you've got to fly all the way back to the neutron star to charge a drive. A little tip for you.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Hopefully my audio is okay now, let me know. Let's go and scan this Ammonia world. Is my audio okay? Let me know. Whilst we make our way to this Ammonia planet. I know I've not scanned it yet, but you can tell. So my audio is crackly. It's probably because I'm blowing on the microphone. Just trying to get it in the right place for you. But that there, folks, is an Ammonia world. Just tell by the way they look. So we're going to go and scan that. Thanks for the feedback, guys, on the audio. Yeah, it's always difficult to get a mic that does its job. You never know. One day I might have enough money to purchase one of those studio mics that all these professional YouTubers have. I'm just using the headset mic at the moment, so that's how we roll. How many jumps have we got to the black hole? 2 jumps. So stick around, we will jump into a black hole. And I will actually go towards it. No, he's going to do the loop of shape. There's a trouble with these binaries. We're going to manage to catch it. Whoa! No. Oh, it's all in the risk. Hopefully the audio is okay now. I've fiddled with a few buttons, hopefully that will fix it. Right, let's get you a close up of this Ammonia world as well. Behind me. Okay. But these Ammonia worlds do look great close up, so whenever you do come across one, get a close up. That's what I'm going to do now. Spin it round. And you'll see they look quite spectacular when you get close. Look at that. One of my favourite planets to look at. And I certainly can't wait to the day that we can actually land on them. Just such a beautiful planet to look at. Look at that. I think they look stunning. Ammonia worlds. Absolutely stunning. Now I'm getting stutter again by a planet. It's a bit weird. It's outside. Planet stutter. Interesting. But even still, I do like those. Yeah, I wonder how many Thargoids are down there on that planet. They do look great though. Right. Let's carry on our journey anyway. But that's an ammonia world for you.
Frameshift drive charging.
But we're off to a black hole now. I think we've got this neutron star to go to. Yep, and then a black hole.
Ready to engage.
Things close by. As I suspected. No moons. Such a shame. Well, we'll try and charge our drive. So the next jump after this one is going to be the black hole. Well, we will arrive at a black hole after this jump. Just need to charge my drive. Yep, those ammonia worlds are awesome. Right, just scan that gas giant and take a look at the galaxy map. So where we're going next is down here. Oh, can't bear those lines on all the time. I'm going down here to this black hole. So I do this a lot because it helps highlight some interesting stars sometimes. So bear with me while I wiggle around a little bit. But anyway, all that wiggling did get us this black hole system. Let's just check the information. So there's no stars according to this anyway. It's just a black hole. So it should be nice and dark. So let's do it, shall we? Serious? Not scanned that yet? Come on. So we'll scan that and then we're off to a black hole. Okay, let's go. Off to a black hole. So I will nudge up to it as close as I can as well. Get to see what the black hole ends in. I'm not worried about hull damage. Because I'm crazy. That's why they call me the bloody nutter. That little beauty. Let's do a scan. There's more stuff here. Whoa. Wow, that's pretty damn cool. Oh, someone's already been here before. Black holes do attract commanders. Understandable. Landables too. Nice. Okay, so now the thing is, I've got no throttle on at the moment, and we were talking about lensing. and you can already see that we're getting some lensing. And I am approaching this black hole fairly quickly. So yeah, what I want to do, I do love the lensing effects that you can get off this, just by wiggling around. But I'm actually going to fly right into the black hole, folks, live for you. You ready? Should we do it? Woohoo! Here we go. Edging closer. See, nothing to worry about. They're not as dangerous as they used to be. I did an early video when black holes were dangerous. They lost my ship. It's one of the old videos, you can go back and watch it. I was in a hauler with no shields. But look at this. Beautiful. Wow. There we go. So you can get close to a black hole and experience all this lovely lensing. Just have a play. Get your external views. Plenty of opportunity for screenshots. Lensing can be quite freaky. And judging by my trails now, I've hit the outer limit. I do love a black hole. See, my trails from my engines are going sideways, which means I've actually hit the exclusion zone of the black hole. Can we have some fun with it? Take control of the ship. Nobody gets sick. But yeah, I do love the old heat. Flaps open. Cool the ship down. Yeah, Jamie, I'm in orbit. Kind of. Not that it should be possible. Well, it is kind of possible to orbit a black hole. Yes, it is. But I can't actually get any closer. There's an exclusion zone that stops you getting any closer to the black hole. It would be nice if they just let you fly into it and you actually did die. You know, because no one should survive being this close to a black hole. More danger is required in this game. Alright, let's get back in the ship anyway. So there you go. More black hole. See, body exclusion zone hit. Can't get any closer. And again, getting stutter. Is this something new in a recent patch? I've not experienced stutter before. Right, so what I'm going to do now anyway, with the black hole selected, I do enjoy doing this. I'm going to get it on my scanner dead center middle and then go super cruise away, and the visual effects are quite stunning.
Frameshift drive charging. 3, 2, 1. Warning, temperature critical.
Not liking the stutter we're getting, but as you can see, the weird effects you get should be a lot smoother than that. That was diabolical, really. So obviously they've got a bit of an issue around, look at the way that these stars move into position now as the lensing corrects itself. Wow, really getting some frame stutter by planets and bodies, that's a bit weird. Anyway, so that's a black hole system. Hope you enjoyed that. Well, that would be interesting if we, Nebula, a telescope photo of Sagittarius. So what you're referring to is this bad boy over there. Where are we? There. Everyone has to visit this place. Sagittarius A. But as you will see, I don't know, I'm getting stutter at the moment, it seems to be a bit intermittent, but you have to come to this place. The stars are so dense though, but yes, as you can tell, I've been here. I don't know, I'm getting stutter issues at the moment, it's a bit frustrating, but is it going to open it? Zulu Romeo, or Romeo. He was the first guy here. As soon as the game launched, he came out. Fair play to him. And he earned a lot of credits. I think he was an instant billionaire for the first person to come out, due to the way they calculated the way that black holes paid out in the game. They let him keep his money. Fair play to him for coming out. And getting there first. So there you go. Everyone has to go to Sagittarius. Right. Hope you enjoyed that black hole visit. Let's now head to that nebula, shall we? It's quite a pretty nebula. Do that again. Should find a lot of black holes around here anyway. As we head back.
Frameshift drive charging.
It's about time we took in a nebula. How many jumps have we got to do for that? We'll do these 19 jumps and then we'll probably end the stream there. But I hope you're joining it. Like I said, if you've got any questions, feel free to ask away. This is an interesting system. No one's been here before either. Now, have we got one of those close orbiting moons? No. Right, let's charge our drive and get going. One thing that always amuses me about black holes, and some people think that if we exchanged our star, our soul, for a black hole, that we'd all die. Well, We possibly would, but we wouldn't get sucked in because obviously we'd have the same mass, and therefore we would continue to orbit it like we would if it was a normal star. But the only downside for us, of course, if our star was replaced by a black hole, would be that we wouldn't get any sunlight, which wouldn't be good. But yeah, black holes don't suck everything in. We probably get a lot of radiation as well, but we do quite well about avoiding that from our current star. And yes, as you probably guessed, I'm not a scientist or an astronomer, it's just my wafflings, my limited knowledge. But I certainly would like to see an image of the black hole. Apparently it should be visible due to all of the nonsense that goes around them, but that would be cool. Yes folks, that was a 200 and something odd light year jump, thanks to the neutron star. So 10 jumps to go. Let's try not make it painful for you to watch. As long as it's not an Earth-like here, we'll continue our journey.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
What have we got? We've got a water world. Oh, we'll scan that and then we'll be about our way. As you can see by the icon on the lower left, it looks like an ocean on a planet, and that's pretty much what it is. It's a water world, and they're worth stopping for because you're basically talking about 1 million credits. As I was saying before, you get somewhere around about 600,000 credits for a water world if it's terraformable, but you get a 50% bonus as well, so that slaps on another 300,000, so you're almost a million for one scan, so it's worth stopping, doing a scan and moving on. There you go, water world. I'll just quickly check to see if it's terraformable. It doesn't look it, to be honest. No, it's not. Still pays out really well though. Right, anyway, let's continue our journey.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, that's it. Yes, I did just pick the cherry out of the system, scanned it and moved on. All in the name of making credits instead of science. Yep, see you David Kennedy, thanks for tuning in. Take it easy and fly safe. Whoa! I do love it when stuff like this happens. Oh wow, this is a busy system. I do like it with these near close collisions to stars as you come out of jump. I love it. I like the danger. Whoa, this is an interesting system. So that's a star that we nearly hit as we came through. Oh, what's that down there? That looks like a water world. We can tell by the sound though, so let's listen in. Let's choose a different planet. And no, that is not a water world. None of those are. So it's not worth going 32,000 light seconds for that, but what have we got out here? Now, have we got any of those? Oh, those aren't got any moons on. Let's check the orbit period of these. 12 days, no good. And these don't have rings, so that's pointless. And these are binary. Ah well, bit of a disappointment overall, but I did like seeing that star nearly hit us as we came out. And it says it's 11,000. No, it can't be. Oh, that's how old it is. I'm pretty confident that star is not far away. Right, anyway, let's charge our engines. Pretty confident that star was class B. It is close by. Very close by. Come. Charge my engines. Charge them, damn you.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Get out of here now. Let me go.
Warning, frameshift
Let me
drive
go.
operating beyond safety limits.
Thank you. Right. Scan that, but I'm also pretty confident that right behind us. There we go. That's what we shot past. Into that neutron star. And that is rotating really fast. Wow. There you go. Let's continue our journey.
Frameshift drive charging.
Nebula, indeed. Nice bow tie. Another interesting system. I don't immediately see anything worth scanning or anything though. And I do want to make my way to that nebula. So we'll just do that. Because it's been a long stream. Get to the nebula. We'll have some nice fun with some screenshots when we get there.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Welcome to the stream if you just joined. Just making my way to a nebula. Don't want to enable you to do some nice cool screenshots. Give you some more tips about taking photos and planets that are worth looking at whilst you're out in the black. We need to refuel on this star. Less than half a tank of fuel. So we'll do that. I'm not going to bother looking at the system map. Let's just do maximum scoop. Be full in no time.
Fuel scoop.
There we go. That. That's what they call refueling. Move on. Next star's a neutron, so it's throttle off. Hey Hippie Shake, how you doing? You want to play Elite again? Yeah. I can't wait for the update, which will be in version 3 apparently. Next thing they're going to do, they're going to make all the core gameplay much better. Hopefully leave Pew Pew alone for a while. So yeah, it might be time to install it again. Without doubt. Yeah, you say about pulsars and quasars and so on. I'm pretty confident they're going to start putting more stuff like that in, and comets. They did sort of give a hint that they would start putting more content into the game for us explorers to find, and they definitely said the word anomalies. I don't know if they got that from Star Trek, but anyway, there's going to be some anomalies for us to find as well, so I'm looking forward to all that. Hey Hippie Shake, well welcome. You're watching a live stream from an explorer through and through. That's what I love. Finding them strange and wonderful. And I think that's going to be a much more attractive prospect next year when they improve the core gameplay for explorers. I think it should be absolutely awesome. They have put some animations of their new planet generation terrain, and it does look far more realistic, and the beige is gone as well, so I can't wait for that all to come into play. Space whales, yeah, well, do you know what, one of the things that I am looking forward to, and I don't know if it'll ever happen, is to land on a water world and then go into the sea, and who knows what might be lurking below the depths. That would be cool. I think they've got a massive challenge on their hands. Is that an Ammonia world? Don't think so. But I think they've got a challenge on their hands with atmospheric landings, because, as you may well be aware, you've got planets with insane weather systems. You know, rain that's made of diamond and whatnot. So how are they going to reproduce that, and how we're meant to be able to fly in such ridiculous circumstance, who knows? But they have said, and it still hasn't happened yet, but they have said, David Braben has definitely said that we'll be able to fly in the upper atmosphere of gas giants. Well, he was confident that they've already done that, so I think that's one of the first things that we'll see in the new versions coming soon, is to be able to do that. My only thoughts is that, you know, the wind speeds, or the speeds of the atmosphere, let's say, on gas giants can be absolutely ridiculously insane, so how we're meant to fly in that, I have no idea. But yeah, I do like the Orca and the Dolphin and all those. I mean, come on, they've got a ship called the Dolphin. If that Dolphin isn't a ship capable of flying underwater on a water world or similar, then, well, come on, let's face it, we know it's coming. They have to do it. Water worlds, ships, docking underwater. It's got to happen. Yeah, Jamie, I think, well, one of the things that frustrated me about the flying in the upper atmosphere of a gas giant that David Braben intimated to was that you can have fights and pew pew. And it's like, seriously, I am done with pew pew. Too much pew pew in the game. Let's have something for the explorers. But the first thing he said was, oh yeah, well you can have interesting fights hiding in clouds of gas. It's like, oh seriously? So there's that. But also I think they also said that you might be able to collect resources and potentially refuel. They keep going on about different grades of fuel, which might not get you as far in terms of a jump, but to be honest, I'm not sure what that would bring to the game, because you just go to a normal star and put normal fuel in, wouldn't you? You wouldn't, oh let's go to a gas giant and use lower grade fuel for a lesser jump. You'd totally go to a normal star. The chances of you ended up being in a position where you were so low on fuel and you was in a system that had a, you know, a non-main sequence star like an L class or something, that you'd have to go to the gas giant to refuel. It's not going to happen, is it? Really? It's not going to get well used. So I can't see that happening really. So I don't know what he's going to do with it in the atmosphere. I think basically it'll enable you to fly through clouds. But if you like doing pew pew, you could have a fight in the clouds. Whoop-de-whoop. So obviously I won't be playing that. Like I don't play multiplayer. Or multi-crew. Or is it multi-pew? And I don't do the arena. I think they changed it, didn't they? To call something else. But anyway, the basically Call of Duty or in space. So yeah, all of that stuff. Now, I'm an explorer, and I wish the Thargoids we could interact with them in a way which didn't involve shooting at them. I think that's very lazy. It's like change the ship from whatever, an Eagle, and just replace it with an alien spaceship, and then do the same thing. Shoot at it. Whoop. See what happens, I guess. Frame stutter again. I have no idea why. It seems to have to periodically. Oh, that's definitely a water world there. Oh, why am I getting frame stutter again? It's so annoying. Now, if you listen to this planet, hang on. I'll just tell you before I do it. That's a neutron star right there. The way that you can tell that that's a water world, not only by the way it looks, but when I hover my pointer over it, you'll hear the sound of running water. So I'll be quiet. So if you've got decent headphones, you'll hear the sound of like rippling water like a river. And that's an instant sign of a water world. And they're worth scanning. Because that's like a million credits right there. So I've just charged my drive, and then I'm going to go and scan that water world, because it would be rude not to.
Warning, ranging drive operating beyond safety limits. Ranging drive supercharged.
Took his time. I did lose a ship whilst I was out here doing the When Worlds Collide video. Basically got sideswiped by a planet. Yeah, I'm not a Pew Pew fan. And if you use the Elite Dangerous forum is anything to go by, the people on the forums, there's certainly a majority of players that are explorers way and above Pew Pew. Oh, Nebula, yes. That's how you pronounce it. Yes, David Braben in a very early stream totally did say that we could go game hunting and so on, and planetary safari on these planets, which is interesting because they've released this. Well, will be releasing the Jurassic Park thing. It's like a theme park for dinosaurs. Which does show that the engine that they use is capable of doing it. I just think, I mean, it would be nice to see it in Elite, but I just think that's such a long way off at the moment. There's so much other things to do. But yes, ultimately, I guess that they're in a position where the engine will be able to run that, but the game is going to be huge. God knows what the size on your disc will be. Probably a terabyte or something, I don't know. But yes, he definitely did say that you could go on some sort of safari and explore the local natives that might be on these planets that have been procedurally generated. But yeah, I think that's a way off before we'll see that. My mind still struggles with being so many different types of atmospheres around planets that you'd have to try and land on. Insane. We're going to have some very special shields on our ship to be able to survive some of the atmospheres and gravity. There are planets that have gravity of like 50G, that are hotter than the sun almost. How we cope with all that, I have no idea. So I guess some people are going to have to forgive some reality to be able to enable us to land on some of these planets. Space is insane. The universe is insane. Trying to accurately replicate it is insane because we still don't understand the universe. And even get close to understanding what some of the atmospheres and weather systems, if you can call it that, on these planets will be like. But we're talking wind speeds of like 3,000 miles an hour. Raining all sorts of weird materials. Raining lead, raining methane. It's like crazy. Trying to recreate all that. Wow. Right, how many jumps we got? 9. We should start to see the Nebula soon. And thanks everyone for tuning in and watching. I appreciate it. I know I didn't announce this stream, I just thought I'd do one, really. I'm gonna play the game, I might as well stream it as well. explore with me. To suck up quite a bit of fuel from the start. That'll be a full tank before you know it. There you go. Let's see what's in this system. Anything worth scanning? Some tempting objects. But what I'm more interested in is the orbit period. No. I'm looking for a 0.8 orbit period of a moon around a gas giant. And I would go and scan it. I would normally go and scan that because that's probably a terraformable and that is there as well, potentially. But I'm heading to a nebula. We haven't got time to stop. In fact, you can see the nebula appearing in front of us right now. And that's where we're going. Oh, Jamie, you're a long-time follower. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Hippie Shake, also thank you for subscribing. I will put more regular content out. Like I say, I've been away for well about 2 years, but I'm back. I'll do some more tutorials. At the moment, I'm quite busy with work, but I will start recording some tutorials. At the moment, the best I can do is do some live streams, but that does give you a chance to ask your questions. And you're more than welcome to ask them, and I will answer them best I can. Get more frame stutter again. Oh well. These things happen, I guess. I will actually, next time I do a live stream, I'll actually think about what I want to actually show you. And make it more constructive. Right, look at that. 7 jumps. Get more frame stutter again. I don't know why that's doing it so randomly. So I'll be interested to know, those of you that are watching the stream right now that do have Elite Dangerous, are you all explorers and that's why you're watching this stream? Or are you a pew-pew that's thinking about going to do exploring? Be interested to know. Jamie, to answer your question, no, I've just come from Colonia. I came out here to watch the worlds collide, which I did, and my ship got blown up because I got sideswiped by a planet, which you can watch on my channel. So I came out. In fact, I'll show you about Galaxy map. Alright, there's Colonia down there. Worlds Collide was there. This is where Worlds Collide happened. And basically 2 moons orbiting this gas giant here. If I put the details on, you'll see, if you look at the orbital period here, yep, 1.4 days, 1.4 days, both got the same one, and basically they collide. So that's why I came out here, and they did collide, and I lost the ship over it, but it was all for science, it was all good. The game gets a bit confused about which planet you should be on when they get close together, and I was unlucky and got splatted. It was good fun though. So then I went to Colonia after that and sold my data, and now I'm heading back to the main human bubble because I need some engineering, and unfortunately in Colonia there's no engineers, so I'm going back to the bubble to get some engineering done. It's a bit of a grind, but I want to just tweak my ship a little bit more, and then I'm going back out to explore again. And I don't know if you know this as well, I also am playing on the PlayStation as well, so I'm just getting that one all organised. It's funny as well, on the PlayStation, I actually happened across a system that I explored and tagged on the PC on my PlayStation, and on the PlayStation it actually blocks out my name. Apparently Nutter is not allowed on a PlayStation. What's all that about? There we go. Oh, nice one. You went Nebula. You went in a sign went to Sajay. Respect. I am. That's the other thing that I want to do as well. I want to make a super. What's it doing here? Why has it got me here? This thing trying to avoid collisions of stars. Please work at all, is it? It's just put me randomly too far away from everything. But anyway, yeah. Hey, why did it even? Oh, I need to sort things out. Still no close orbiting moons. That was really weird. Why did it bring me out of hyperspace that far away from the star? Especially when I need to refuel as well. It's a bit annoying. But yeah, we do need engineers out in Colonia. At the moment, if you want any engineering doing, you've got to go back to the bubble, which is a big pain in the bum, basically. But you know, it is what it is. What can you do? Go back to the bubble or don't get engineering, really.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, for those of you that are watching now, obviously we're not 3,000 light years above Colonia anymore. We're heading down towards a nebula that's quite high up on the way back to the human bubble. Some interesting planets. Guess they look nice if they were that one, but I'm not properly exploring really. I'm more about getting back to the bubble to get some engineering done. I need to tweak my Anaconda and stretch its jump range, which 66.86, but I've not got everything modded properly. I'm also carrying cargo, believe it or not. 27 tons of rare goods that I can sell
Warning.
when I get back.
Operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive.
That's of course if I don't get interdicted by Thargoids and blown up for not having any weapons or not being an aggressive human. Who knows what may happen? neutron star. Just make out that nebula there. But we're going there for a good photo shoot. Yeah, Jamie, if it wasn't for the fact that Colonia doesn't have engineers, I wouldn't be going back to the bubble. The only reason I'm going back to the bubble is because of the engineers. Because I need to modify some modules. I'm also considering removing my engineered discovery scanner because it's nearly twice as heavy, and the last thing I want when I'm doing my extreme exploring is modules that are heavier than they should be, because every little bit makes a difference.
Warning, ranging drive operating beyond safety limits.
And if you look at my see, my range at the moment is well, it's been boosted down. My range is like 66 point something. If I put a standard just get out of this jet code before I die. If I was to put on a normal discovery scanner, my range would go from 66 point something to 67. So every little bit helps when you're trying to get to those. I need to repair my frame shift drive. Right, should we come out of Super Cruise first this time? Because last time it didn't help when I come out of Super Cruise.
Cannot comply.
Oh, come on.
Cannot comply.
Yeah, this is what happens when you don't repair your frame shift drive often.
Cannot comply.
Oh, come on, stop it.
Cannot comply.
Alright, I'll make it keep it comply. Frame shift drive.
Hull integrity.
Yeah, comply that. Right. What was it? Oh, it's down to see that. As soon as it gets under 80% your frame shift drive, that's when you need to start repairing it. Right, let's put on my repair units and repair my drive. Is it my imagination or is it not repairing? What's going on? Oh, I was waiting for it to cool down. Repair it, for heaven's sake. There we go. Yes, this is the exciting bit, watching your frame shift drive get repaired. Not. What's it doing now? We've got a refill for our repair modules. Always good. Right, how are we doing? Repair my shift drive yet?
Module repaired.
There we go. Anything else really needs repairing at the moment? So, I will repair the canopy. I really don't want the canopy to be compromised out here. Because I certainly haven't got enough oxygen to get back. Right, let's get that frame shift back online. Turn that on. Right, should be good to go. Okay, now we can jump.
Frameshift drive charging.
This is interactive, by the way, if you just joined the stream. I'm not going to stream for too much longer, but if you do have a question, there is live chat on YouTube, on my page, if that's where you're watching it from. You can ask a question on there, if you have a YouTube account, of course. Feel free to ask me a question before I retire for the night. We're just heading to a Nebula at the moment.
Fuel scooping complete.
Question is... Oh, we're nearly there, look. We're nearly there. There's a nebula. You see black holes that I'm tempted to get drawn towards, but I did promise you I'd get you close to this nebula. So, oh, I just saw one there. Where did I see that black hole? Where was it? Oh, sorry again. Or is it just muck on my screen? Could be muck on my screen. Oh, I saw a black hole out there somewhere. This stuttering is getting on my nerves. I don't know why it's doing that. Right, let's carry on our little journey anyway. We're nearly close to the nebula. And see how much brighter it is now. It's getting more and more in focus. And that's what happens when you get further away from a central star. Didn't look, did I? I'm guessing we've just come out at a black hole. What's going on? I don't see anything. Huh? Why am I in the middle of nowhere? Oh, why does it do that? That really annoys me. Why does it have to change things? Now I've got to fly towards the neutron star now. What a pain in the bum. Oh. Grr. I'm sure some of you know that they did try to implement this thing. I call it the Care Bear mod, where if you came out of warp and there was a binary star, they invented this idea that they would try and help you by making you drop out further away from the binary stars in case you died. And it doesn't work for a start, and it's a royal pain in the arse now because it does silly things like this. Just does annoy me sometimes. Hi, the Victory Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I totally dislike the new way that it tries to stop you from getting close to binary stars when you come out of warp. It's absolute pain for us experienced players. Doesn't really serve any benefit, does it? Let's face it. New players soon learn, don't they, once the ship blows up.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
But yes, we need more danger. Oh, right. We should be, after this jump, in a good position for getting close to some screenshots. Actually, do you know what I'll do? I'll just let everyone see and appreciate the value of moving away from the main star. Watch how this view changes, and I'll be back in a minute. All I'm doing is I'm just flying away from the main star. Well, as you can see, the nebula's got a little bit brighter. Not as bright as they normally get though, to be honest. Don't know why that is, but let's just take a look outside. The galaxy's still bright. We've obviously come down a little bit now, so there's still a lot of stars above us now, as opposed to earlier. There's the core of the galaxy. We're heading towards this nebula anyway for some screenshot opportunities. Let's see what we find. Let's go.
Drive charging.
Hey Hippie Shakes, thanks for joining and tuning in, and yeah, you fly safe, and look forward to seeing you again, and hopefully dig out Elite Dangerous and start playing again. Nebula, I've never died in an exploration ship. Well, actually I did, didn't I? In the Worlds Collide, but I mean I kind of asked for it really. Two planets colliding, I sat on one, and yeah, well basically they collided and I died. So yeah I did, but normal exploration, no. I was totally expecting to die as well when the worlds collided, and they did, and I did. I also had no ends of problems getting out of them. I got stuck inside a planet as well. But yeah, normal exploration, no, I've not lost a ship yet. And it used to be a lot dangerous back in the day as well. Yeah, I know, worlds colliding doesn't really count as exploration, does it? But I did it for science. But no, normal exploration, no, I've never lost a ship. It's not that dangerous. I know some people have lost their ship to a neutron star. It's not happened to me though. Just have to be careful, don't you really? I think the smaller ships suffer worse with neutron stars. They tend to get thrown about more and harder to get control if they're trying to boost from the jet cone. Right. Now what I wanted to do was find a good photo opportunity system near this nebula. See that one? That. These B-class stars really do stand out, but I'd like a black hole around this nebula somewhere. If we can find ourselves a black hole near this nebula, it will look awesome with the lens in. So that's what I'm looking for. And what I'm doing, if you don't know or have just tuned in, is I'm looking for a black speck. That's how these, like that, right there. Got frame rate issues again now. I don't know why it's doing that. How far away is that? 152 light years. Oh, it's got a black hole next to it as well. Is that too far away from the nebula though? I'd like to find one a lot closer to the nebula if I can. That would be a black hole. But I'm just not seeing a black hole. Just those two. Oh, that's a pity. I can't seem to immediately find a black hole closer to the nebula. You'd think there would be in all these stars. But no. No sign of a black hole any closer. I bet I could find one if I spend more time doing it, but I don't want to bore you to death on the live stream. That's a system that's really crying out to be explored as well. Okay, right, we'll go for those black holes then. As well. Let's go there.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, next system is a black hole system. But I'm going to need this neutron star jump. Boost.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
There we go then.
Drive charging.
Black hole system. Really plonked us right in front of the black hole this, hasn't it? Probably come out of super cruise any second. Get ready for it. Here we go. Beautiful. Ooh. Go on, do it, do it, do it. Yeah. We all like a black hole, don't we? Ooh. That's a water world right there. Yep, that's a water world, you can tell by the sound. Welcome to the stream, Rogue Scholar 45. I salute you. We're just on our way back to the bubble from Colonia, but we went really high up and we're just on our way back. Wow, this person didn't take the opportunity to scan these. Just went for the black hole. But that's worth some serious credits right there. That's a terraformable water world right there. Should have scanned it, man. I'm gonna. Right. Oh, wait, let's play with the black hole for a minute. I do like a black hole. I just love the lensing effect. We're also close to a nebula. So as we super cruise away from this, you'll get some really weird effects. Just everything moves. I'm not moving at all at the moment, but the stars all drift around and it all goes crazy. And then when I do this, you get an amazing light show. That must have been a really small black hole. Two solar masses. Yeah, it's about as small as they get, really. Anyway. Yep. Now, as we get further away from this black hole, you'll start to see that nebula appear. But look at the galaxy when you're this high up. I do think it looks kind of beautiful. Oh, and there's the nebula. Now, see, this is when you can get some really nice screenshots. Obviously, if the black hole had been a bit closer to the nebula, it'll be even more stunning. But you can always find another system a lot closer there. It probably won't be a black hole system, but you'll get the idea. But the further we get away from the main stellar body, the brighter these nebula look, the more colourful they are. And it definitely makes some nice screenshots. Let's take a little look round. There's the centre of our Milky Way, with this gorgeous little nebula. What's not to like? Lovely. Right, well I think it's probably time that I ended this stream. And maybe I'll pick up and do another one tomorrow and do a little bit more sightseeing close to that nebula before I head back to the main human bubble. So I'm going to say thank you very much for tuning in. I'm not going to bore you to death by flying to this planet. And you all fly safe, and if you haven't got Elite Dangerous already, I recommend you get it. Explore our galaxy, because it's the, let's face it, it's the only way you're going to do it right now. 400 billion stars to go and look at, 400 billion systems, and yeah, why not? So, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I will put some more structure together for future streams and so on, and I'll try and give you a heads up as well, and I'll broadcast the stream date and time when I'm going to actually do it, and then I'll a bit more structure behind it. You can ask some questions or maybe want to see certain things that I can show you. So for now, thanks for tuning in. Everybody fly safe. I appreciate you subscribing. You're all awesome, and I'll see you on the next one. Fly safe, commanders. And it's me going to end the stream. I know, I'd love to stay forever, but I just can't want to. Let's take this instant replay off, give my mouse control back. Right, thanks for watching, and see you on the next one. Au revoir.